Hello, hello! Today we have the Underland palette by Ensley Rain. Holy crap. Holy crap. Okay, this is the first palette I have ever used from Ensley Rain. This is the first time I've ever tried this brand. When I did my poll and we got that y'all wanted to see darker, crunchier, very desaturated, just dark kind of alternative colors that maybe you don't see that goes well with the theme of Halloween this month. This is one of the palettes I pulled out. I'm like, it's time to use this palette. And I have just been so blown away. Listen, I'm still of the mind that I'm just gonna say it. A lot of these indie brands, they got a lot of balls, okay? Trying to charge us $60, $70, $80, $90 for a palette. Like, who do you think you are, okay? So, like, I still very much believe that. And I still believe that with this. But, okay, I can see why they're charging a little bit more with this palette. And I think possibly with Ensley Rain in general. I haven't tried, like I said, I haven't tried anything else. This is the first time I've ever used this brand. And holy crap, it's been a while since I've kind of been blown away with something so creative and just really high quality, just the looks that I created with this. And this wasn't cheap either. I mean, I got this on sale and it's still expensive, okay? So for this palette, I believe when I got this, I'm looking at my receipt right now. I wanted to pull up my receipts. I always pull up my receipts. It looks like I bought this around 4th of July this year. And my receipt, it says this palette was $70. $70 is a Natasha Denona palette. Okay, that is, to me, like a high-end palette. Indie brands are a little crazy. But I got this palette because it was on sale. They're having a 20% sale off, it looks like. So I think I got this palette actually for $56, which $56 for a palette is still expensive. So I'm very glad to report that for $56, this is an absolutely beautifully unique palette. Oh my god, where to start? Okay, well, first of all, this is the box. This is the outside, right? Like, this is an actual, like, box and all that. I think the ingredients are on the back of this. Pressed pigments, yes. So we have the ingredients right there. And it's so fancy. If I remember correctly, this was extremely well packaged. It was absolutely just spun around in bubble wrap. Like, they were really trying to protect this. And you open this up, and you have Ensley Rain right there. And it's just, like, it has that, like, old school kind of packaging that a lot of brands don't really do anymore. They don't make it feel luxurious anymore. I feel like that's what we're seeing a lot of, because it's just become expensive to even make things look luxurious anymore. So it's got, its own little spot, and it's just, there's foam in here, and then this is the palette, and this is just the slip, because I have just the slip in there right now. But it goes in there like that, and on the back of the slip, you're also going to find the ingredients on back of that. That goes in there, and it's well protected. And everything has the same picture on it. This is the actual palette, the Underland palette. I don't know. I know there is a big, how do I say this? I guess a concern about AI. I'm going to be upfront. I don't know if this was AI or not. If you have a problem not knowing if it is or isn't, maybe this isn't the brand for you, but I just wanted to, like, I already bought the palette. I just wanted to review it and let you know how this worked for me. It looks like they're from Grants Pass, Oregon. I know exactly where that is, having lived in Oregon for a couple years. But, I mean, I don't know if they paid someone for the cover art, because it looks like photography. Like, it's giving very, I don't know if you guys even remember this website. There used to be this website called DeviantArt. It's giving very that. I would see a lot of this photography kind of digital artwork style a lot, but with AI these days, sometimes even I have trouble figuring out what actually, was created by an artist versus created by a computer. So I don't know, but what we know for sure is that there's actual shades in here. So let's look at these shades. There is a mirror in there. There's a really nice big mirror, and something I don't think I've ever seen before until I opened up this palette was all of these shimmers. So there's like all these shimmers. All of these shimmers were actually covered up by a really nice kind of foamy square to protect the shade. So when I opened these up, I was like, what? Like, they were all covered in like these white squares, and I was so confused. And thankfully I kind of tipped it over and You know, none of my shades were broken, thankfully. Like I said, this was extremely well packaged, and I very much appreciate that because I spent a lot of money just for this single palette. So these are the shades, and of course, look at all these shades. These are just super grungy shades in all its forms. Even this blue looks a lot lighter and brighter on camera than in person. This blue's a lot more desaturated in person. But these shades, oh my lord. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna be honest. I'm always gonna be honest. If you're looking for these mattes are really wonderful. They were really great. They're really easy to work with. But they kind of reminded me of the Melt Cosmetics matte shades. So if you're looking for just really good grungy matte shades, go check out Melt Cosmetics, because Melt Cosmetics has a lot of palettes that are just matte shades, and they're not shiny or anything, and I feel like you're still going to be able to get a good price on those, because Ensley Rain is a lot pricier than Melt Cosmetics. I mean, Melt Cosmetics is still pretty pricey, but not as much as Ensley Rain. So if you're looking for some good grungy shades, you could still, I feel like, shop at other places for similar shades. The grungy shades in here were really, really nice. I feel like I could tell immediately when I opened this that the matte shades in here were going to work so beautifully well, and they did. They absolutely did. But I think my favorite matte shade in here was this, is it Cheshire's Curse? Cheshire Curse? This purple is really, really nice. It's really pretty. I think I also really liked Wicked Rose. Wicked Rose was so fascinating because it looks a lot redder in the pan than it does on the eye, but I really like that. Like, I was really surprised because I thought I was just going to get another kind of bloody red, and I'm like, I have so many red shades. But it actually really surprised me. I think the biggest thing about this palette for me was the shimmers. The shimmers, of course. I am a shimmer girl. I love shimmers and shimmer shades so, so much. And these all, I kid you not, pretty much every single sparkly shade in here, except for maybe this one. This feels like something I could possibly try to duplicate in another palette, but every other shimmer shade in here was so extremely unique. I have nothing like those shimmer shades in any other palette. I have never swatched or seen any of these other shades ever in my life. It is insane. So first, of course, let's start swatching the mattes so you can see what the mattes look like. I think I want to do this white just so you can see, like, come on now. Come on now. You know how many whites come off so dusty and powdery? This is so beautiful. I love is it Cheshire's? I keep forgetting how to say that name. Cheshire? The Cheshire? I'm going to do Wicked Rose because I think it's beautiful. And then let's do Dreadful Dreams. Another light shade. Those are all so pretty and pigmented. So easy to blend out. They're all so nice and soft and so buttery. Oh, come on. Got this red right here. Got this purple. Oh, this purple is everything. I love this purple. So pretty. This is beautiful eggplant purple. And then we got this blue. So pretty. Wow. And those, I mean, they're so pretty. These matte shades are gorgeous. The shimmers in here is what really blew me away, and it's really hard to say which was my favorite shimmer. All I can tell you for sure is I think I was the least impressed by Chaos. Chaos was the one that really impressed me the last, just because this shade feels like this shade in shimmer form. It feels like the same shade, but every other matte and shimmer shade in here is, I feel like, absolutely insane. It is so beautiful. I loved, which one did we do? I loved Shattered Looking Glass. This one might have been my favorite because this was just so crazy. It's literally like a unicorn, like fish scales. So pretty. There's so much like shift. There's orange shift, there's blue shift, there's purple shift. Like, there's just so much color in this. It's insane. Let's do, I want to show y'all Beheaded. I've never seen a shade like this in my life. There's so many shades in here I've never seen in my life. I'm going to do Shadowland. And then I think I'll do, let's do Wicked Wildflowers. And they all have different levels of kind of like squishiness and flakiness. Oh my god, how close can I get this? Because that is, it's so pretty. Okay, let's watch. Oh my lord. I'm gonna bring my light closer too so you can see. So we have that shade. This shade blew me away. It reminds me of like the glare of ink, like ink from your pen. Literally insane. It has like a black base with this reddish orange kind of shift. And same with this one. This shade is, to me, is like straight up like pencil. Is it graphite? Like it looks like the sheen for when you're drawing and shading with a pencil. It is so, so pretty. Then we have this beautiful, just another beautiful unicorn shade that is so, so sparkly. Let me bring the camera, bring this closer, because I really, really want y'all to see just how beautiful this is. These shades are so freaking pretty. I did not expect these shimmer shades to be as pretty as they are. Like, I'm trying to get as close as I can to the camera so you can see the sparkle and the shift in every shade. It's just so freaking pretty. I have never seen shades like this. I've been trying different palettes for about pretty much almost since the pandemic started. So since around the end of 2020 for me is when I think I started getting interested in makeup. And I have never swatched shimmer shades like this, especially in these colors. I think that's the thing that really, really blew me away. I don't have any of these colors. They were very, very beautiful to work with. Just absolutely, and look, I still have more on my fingers. This, I feel like, absolutely just elevated my looks. There's, like I said, different formulas in here. Like, you can tell these two are chunkier little formulas than, say, a smoother formula like this green over here. But it's so, so pretty. One of the only things, just, you know, mention it when I can, just a little bit. I tried a red look yesterday with these three. I felt like my eye, just one eye, for some reason the other eye was fine. So this makes me feel like it was just me. I don't know if it was really the formula. I'm going to mention it anyway, just in case. But I feel like it was probably me, less the formula, because I had my left eye feel a little bit itchy after a couple hours wearing this red look. But I also was trying a new liquid eyeliner, so it could have also been that. So I don't want to say take it with a grain of salt. Just take it kind of like a heads up. Hey, by the way, you know, maybe you'll feel some itchiness. Probably won't, but of course I'm going to mention it anyway. If I ever have any type of irritation or itchiness, of course I want to mention it. But like I'm saying, I don't feel like I can really say it was the palette. It could have been the eyeliner, and it could have also just been some sort of allergy, because my other eye was completely fine. It didn't experience any itchiness. There was no irritation, or, you know, my eyes didn't, you know, swell or turn red or anything. So it could have just been irritation from this new liquid eyeliner that I tried yesterday, or my eye just could have been irritated because of allergies. I don't know, but of course I want to mention it. This palette is beautiful. So freaking beautiful. It is so, so unique. If you have the cash to drop on this, I feel like it's really well worth it. It is packaged so nicely. As you can tell from, the way that this is set up, the shades in here are removable. Just removed it. Oops. Like, you can remove the shades, right? It's a magnetic palette, which I like the way it's set up, so I'm actually not going to remove move these around. But you could, if you wanted to. You could pop these out and, you know, rearrange them the way you like. It was very well packaged. The theme is really pretty. It's really simple. I'm so blown away at how beautifully creative yet cohesive this palette looks and feels. It is so, so pretty. I really loved this Jabberwocky as well. The Jabberwocky versus Beheaded. Just these shades that look like ink. The glare of ink is just so insane to me. Like, let me do Jabberwocky. Oh, you don't even have to press that hard, honestly. And you just get like that beautiful shift. It's just like ink. It's insane. And I usually don't go for like these dark shimmer shades. I've talked about it before. When it comes to shimmer shades, I like lighter shimmer shades paired up with a darker matte shade. But these like darker shimmer shades are just out of this world, and they totally do it for me. I absolutely recommend this palette if it's something that you're interested in, and so have something, you know, if you have the cash for it, because I know it is a pricier palette, but it is so unique. I really doubt that you have anything like these shimmers in any other palette. If you're only interested in the matte shades in this, like I said, you could probably dupe it with a Milk Cosmetics palette that might be on sale. But this is so, so beautiful. This is absolutely going back into my collection. It's a yes for me.